We are slaves of our habits, good or bad. So once you develop habits, you follow them unintentionally or automatically. And you don't have to make any effort to follow those habits, which means that if you have developed some good habits, you are just following it. You don't have to make any extra effort for it. And if you have developed some bad habits, again, you are unconsciously following it. You are not making any effort for it. Now, what is the bottom line lessons for us? I learned a lesson very early in my career to never be late in any situation, whether it's my flight or I promise someone to meet at a certain time or I have to attend a meeting. Looking back at my entire career, there was hardly I could remember anything I was late. I never missed my flights. I never missed my appointments. I was almost never late to any meetings. Did I make any effort for it? Did I really prepare for it? Did I have to invest for it? Did I have to expend extra energy for it? Nothing. Sometimes I really feel embarrassed that I'm always on time. People look at me and they say, you're always on time. So as a human, I should really make some mistakes or errors which would make me late. But the point here is that, look, it's really not a big deal. In this session, for example, I'm taking example from here. If you come 5 minutes late or 10 minutes or even 15 minutes, it's not a big deal. You would catch up with the contents later. There are recording available. And even if you don't watch the recording, you are smart enough to really catch up with the content of the discussion going on. You can catch up that what was covered earlier, right? You're smart. Is that it? Then really it's not a big issue. But it's more than that. And that is what most of the professionals miss in their career. And I get excited how easy it is to build up. And I get frustrated how difficult for many people it is to really build up. If you go to a corporate meeting 2 minutes late, you would say that it's not a big deal, 2 minutes. And everybody would agree. It's really 2 minutes, not a big deal. But is it really not a big deal? And I'm sure that most of you have, or some of you have encountered a situation that somehow unintentionally you are late and you are running around as fast as possible to reach in time, but meeting started and you open the door and everybody looked at you. Isn't it a little embarrassing? You did not interrupt the meeting. You entered very quietly just to find an empty chair. So you could sit over there without, and your wish is that nobody should notice me entering, but everybody notices it, right? You cannot hide it. Everybody notices you entered the meeting room after 2 minutes. And that 2 minutes late would really create a dent in your in your image, in your personal brand, in your reputation. Whether you agree or not, you could still say that, look, it's not a big deal. It's not that serious. But I'm telling you, after spending my life in corporate, and not only my life, in corporate, but observing hundreds or maybe thousands of other professionals, it is a big deal. The good news is that for this big deal, you don't have to really make any extra effort. It's just a matter of a very small habit. At the point of career where you are, it's a very critical point. So I'm assuming that if I try to guess an average age of this group, you are somewhere around plus minus 40. And plus minus 40 is that where you could really clearly see that this is a turning around point. Most of the careers around this time turn around, which means they from a mid-career roles, they come out to senior roles. A shuttle, when it launched from the ground, gravity is the main barrier for anything to go up. When a space shuttle goes into the orbit, it has to really get out of the gravity and then get into space. And once it is in space, there is no effort or there is no gravity. In order to break into orbit, it needs the maximum force, which means that the 87% of the fuel of a shuttle is consumed in the first 2 minutes because it has to accelerate to a speed of 25,000 miles per hour. Only at that speed it could break into space, otherwise it cannot. So with this analogy, I could tell you, if you are a mid-career professional, around the age of 40 years, this is your time to break into space, to break the barrier of gravity. And if you cannot, you probably would continue under the gravity. To reach to the level of acceleration or the speed or the power, you need to work really hard. Everything counts. And at this level where you are in your career, your personal brand, your communication, your style, your strategic thinking matters a lot, for which you did not have any formal preparation or training. But this matters a lot. This is the reality, whether you accept it or not. So I hope you get my message, how important it is to really maintain a discipline, overall discipline. And it does not require any extra effort. It's only a matter of developing some good habits, and the habits float into your lifestyle.